Welcome to Trivia Quiz Rush. If you like quizzes on lightning speed, then you found the right quiz. My name is Arno. I'm your mispronouncing quiz host, and this quiz features 150 quickfire general knowledge questions. They are fairly easy to medium difficulty, but you only have 3 seconds to answer them. And let's just jump right into the quiz. Good luck. Which part of a sword is commonly called the hilt? Its handle. In a company structure, what area does the CFO oversee? Financial strategy. In which Winter Olympic sport do players use brooms? Correct with curling. What are thieves who steal packages from porches commonly called? That's porch pirates. How is the number 17 written in Roman numerals? The answer is B. What is the classic topping served on French onion soup? Bread and cheese. Which company uses a silver 3-pointed star logo? That's Mercedes-Benz. What does the color of a star mainly indicate about the star? Temperature. Which British ocean liner sank in 1915 and impacted World War I? That's Lusitania. Where exactly is the Sea of Tranquility located? The moon. What substance is released by the gallbladder to digest fats? It's bile. How many humps does a dromedary camel typically have? It's 1. What is the most frequently used word in the English language? The. In Dolly Parton's song, who is asked not to take her man? Correct with Jolene. By what alternative name is the famous painting La Gioconda known? That's Mona Lisa. Texas Hold'em is a popular variation of which game? Poker. Who played the lead role in the 2011 comedy film Bad Teacher? It's Cameron Diaz. Which of these body parts is mainly responsible for balance? That's inner ear. What is the correct term for a group of ants living together? Colony. A standard ream of printer paper usually contains how many sheets? That's 500. Who acquired YouTube for $1.65 billion in 2006? Google. What force is mainly responsible for causing Earth's ocean tides? It's Moon's gravity. What is the name of Mickey Mouse's pet dog character? It's Pluto. Which penguin species grows to be the tallest of all penguins? Emperor penguin. What is the largest living species of lizard found today? Correct with Komodo dragon. This Botticelli painting is titled The Birth of which figure? That's Venus. Which artist released the song Earth Song in the year 1995? Michael Jackson. Which character is portrayed by Steve Carell in The Office? It's Michael Scott. Roughly what percentage of Coca-Cola Classic is made up of sugar? That's 10%. Which human blood type is considered the universal donor type? Oh, negative. What color is traditionally associated with claret wine? That's red. In which country was the classic video game Tetris first created? It's Russia. The first woman in space in 1963 came from which country? It's Soviet Union. Who recorded the classic 1968 song Sympathy for the Devil? The Rolling Stones. What was the name of the band Bob Marley performed with? The Wailers. How many canine teeth do adult humans normally have in total? Correct with 4. What is the title of the 1985 USA for Africa charity single? We Are the World. What ingredient is added to make a martini cocktail dirty? Olive brine. Do all species of fish have scales covering their bodies? No, they don't. What number is represented by the Roman numeral C? That's 100. What exactly is a structure known as a minaret used for? It's a type of tower. What term was used for German submarines during World War I? That's U-boat. What is the chemical name given to common rust? Iron oxide. How many megabytes are typically considered 1 gigabyte? It's 1000. Which fruit appears on a Velvet Underground album cover by Warhol? It's banana. Which singer was tragically shot and killed by his father in 1984? Marvin Gaye. In mosquitoes, which gender is responsible for biting humans? Correct with females. In Hinduism, which deity represents destruction and transformation? That's Shiva. In which year did the Titanic famously sink on its maiden voyage? 1912. In the name HBO, what does the letter B actually stand for? It's box. Which geological era do we currently live in today? That's Cenozoic. A precision timekeeping instrument for navigation is called what? Chronometer. Which soft drink brand was invented in Atlanta in the year 1886? That's Coca-Cola. Who both wrote and originally performed the song American Pie? That's Don McLean. The story of Pinocchio originally comes from which country? It's Italy. What is the correct term used for an adult female sheep? It's you. In text messaging, what does the abbreviation IDK commonly mean? I don't know. What term describes lines that never meet and stay equidistant? Correct, with parallel lines. What is used to uniquely identify a computer on the internet? That's IP address. The Great Red Spot is a massive storm located on which planet? Jupiter. On a ship, which side is referred to as the port side? It's left. In the Love Bug film, what was the car's name? That's Herbie. What was the name of the computer bug feared before the year 2000? The Y2K bug. Who is the Greek goddess who personifies victory in mythology? That's Nike. The novel The Picture of Dorian Gray was written by whom? Oscar Wilde. What is the scientific name commonly used for the human voice box? It's larynx. What are the scoring units called in the sport of cricket? It's runs. Which type of muscle in the body is highly fatigue resistant? Cardiac muscle. Who adopted the famous motto, all for one and one for all? The Three Musketeers. How many degrees are there in a quarter turn of a circle? That's 90. In which novel does the villain Cruella de Vil appear? 101 Dalmatians. Which planet is often referred to as the morning star? It's Venus. Which of these famous cars originated as a British design? That's Mini. Who was the artist behind the 1977 hit How Deep Is Your Love? Bee Gees. Which clothing brand uses a flying seagull as its logo? That's Hollister. The quote, "Who you gonna call?" is from which famous film? Ghostbusters. What is the chemical symbol used to represent the element helium? That one is He. Which of these fruits is classified as a true botanical berry? It's banana. Who is the main rival and antagonist of the cartoon Popeye? Pluto. Who is the author of the Goosebumps children's book series? It's R.L. Stine. Which idiom means to meet or live up to expectations? Cut the mustard. Which film introduced the phrase commonly known as bunny boiler? Fatal Attraction. Which Austrian-born actress co-developed World War II radio guidance tech? It's Hedy Lamarr. Which of the following fish species is classified as a flatfish? That's halibut. Which famous rapper was born Marshall Bruce Mathers? Eminem. What is the process by which a caterpillar becomes a butterfly? That's metamorphosis. How many total minutes are there in 2.5 hours? 150. Where on a fish's body is the dorsal fin typically located? On its back. Which fruit was historically referred to as love apples? It's tomatoes. Which blood cells are responsible for forming clots? Platelets. In computer terms, what does the abbreviation ROM stand for? Correct with read-only memory. What device receives and retransmits radio signals? That's repeater. What is the alert called when a child is officially reported missing? Amber Alert. On a car, ABS refers to which important system? That's the braking system. For which country did ABBA win Eurovision in the year 1974? That's Sweden. Good Vibrations was recorded by which famous 1960s band? The Beach Boys. A poncho is a garment typically worn over which part of the body? That's the torso. How do sea otters stop themselves from drifting apart while sleeping? By holding pause. Richard Branson founded which space travel company? It's Virgin Galactic. Which of these novels was not written by Charles Dickens? Sense and Sensibility. In which of these countries is Spanish the official language? Argentina. How many calories are found in 1 liter of plain drinking water? Correct with 0. Fiji is an island nation located in which major ocean? That's Pacific. People from which country are commonly referred to as Kiwis? New Zealand. Which of these animals is not part of the Chinese zodiac? It's bat. What nickname is most commonly used for Dr. Henry Jones Jr.? That's Indiana. Which artist released the popular song Heart of Glass in 1979? Blondie. Which term describes singing performed without instruments? That's capella. Which gas is responsible for the fizz in carbonated drinks? Carbon dioxide. A caracal belongs to which type or classification of animal? It's cat. Grenadine syrup is traditionally made from which fruit? It's pomegranate. Which herb is traditionally used to flavor a mojito cocktail? Mint. In which fairy tale does a pumpkin magically turn into a carriage? Correct with Cinderella. An impala is classified as which type of animal group? That's antelope. In medicine, what does the suffix itis indicate? Inflammation. What is the correct term used for an adult female elephant? It's cow. In which Italian city is the famous Rialto Bridge located? That's Venice. Which Norse goddess is linked to both love and beauty in myths? Freyja. What is the traditional boat used in the canals of Venice called? That's gondola. Oncologists specialize in diagnosing and treating which disease? Cancer. Slash is best known for playing which musical instrument? It's guitar. Which document begins with the phrase, "We the people"? US Constitution. Which letter is represented by a single dot in Morse code? Correct with E. What is a hat with a brim but no top that leaves the head exposed? That's visor. Which famous actress did baseball legend Joe DiMaggio marry? Marilyn Monroe. Which Simon and Garfunkel song appears in the film The Graduate? It's Mrs. Robinson. What is the name of Barbie's younger sister doll? That's Skipper. In which game did the character Mario first ever make his debut? Donkey Kong. Which element is most effective at blocking X-rays and gamma rays? That's lead. In which country was the company Nintendo originally founded? Japan. A cob is classified as which type of animal species? It's antelope. Captain Nemo was the commander of which type of vessel? Submarine. What instrument is used specifically to measure wind speed? Correct with anemometer. Which Chinese city name literally translates as Northern Capital? That's Beijing. What is the largest horse breed known for size and strength? Shire. Which car manufacturer uses a logo with 4 interlinked rings? It's Audi. Chess was originally developed in which country? That's India. What animal is officially recognized as the national animal of China? Giant panda. What metal forms the outer surface of the Statue of Liberty? That's copper. In a standard triathlon, which event takes place first? Swimming. Which currency is officially used in Saudi Arabia today? It's the rial. Which of these is not typically used in a Greek tzatziki sauce? Fish roe. What is the largest animal ever known to exist on Earth? Correct with blue whale. What is the scientific term for an intense fear of darkness? That's nyctophobia. Which part of the human body contains the rotator cuff muscles? Shoulder. Which ancient trade network linked China with the Mediterranean? It's Silk Road. Which monument was commissioned by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan? That's Taj Mahal. Which music group partnered with Apple on a special iPod in 2004? U2. Which cartoon cat is best known for chasing Tweety Bird? That's Sylvester. In which modern country did polka music and dance originate? Czech Republic. Bonus question: in which Charles Dickens novel does the character Fagin appear? Sit tight because the answer appears in a few seconds. If you enjoyed this type of quiz, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And if you want to keep watching lightning quizzes, then click this one on screen to continue. Thank you. Bye bye.